Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever country you're watching this video right now. This is MCT Training Consultant Academy, and we're bringing to you our first onboarding video for our live online training. Now, some of you may be wondering, why am I watching this video? Now, this video is going to walk you through from when you entered your details or when you applied for this distant training all the way to when you're going to start doing the training. So most of you are familiar with this page right now. This is the landing page we created where students can submit their information if they were interested in doing online training with MCT training consultants. So for some of you, the first thing you did was to scroll down through the landing page. And of course, you were able to see some of the courses we are offering. We're offering the IT Fundamental Pro certification. Now, the IT Fundamental Pro certification is is a CompTIA certified program which is currently offered on the CompTIA website called IT Fundamentals. So we're offering that course as well. When I mean we're offering it, we're offering the full training material. This includes video, practicals, and also content as well. Then the other course we're also offering is the PC Pro, which is equivalent to the CompTIA A Plus program. So these are CompTIA based program that we're currently offering, where you will be able to learn all you need to know in order to prepare for your international qualification. Then the last one we have is the Microsoft Office certification. Yes, Microsoft. Now we offer Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, where students will be able to learn how to use Microsoft Office application. Now I'm not talking about just reading and watching videos, but I'm talking about you going through certain activities where you'll be asked to carry out certain functions. So once you go through the page, you'll be able to see some of the informations. And our trainer currently is a Microsoft certified trainer, which is over 10 years certified now, and he has taught a lot of students who are currently working in the IT space. So that is our number if you want to call us to ask for more details. Now, some of you may be wondering, why do I need to submit this form? Now, when you submit this form, it allows us to be able to know who you are and where you're coming from, so that we can be able to send you the application form. So once you fill in your first name, your last name, your email address, and your phone number and the country where you reside, when you click apply, you will get a thank you page. Now, after we receive that information, the office is going to send you an application form which you have to go through and fill in those applications. Now, just before I leave this slide, I'm just going to go through some very few basic details with you. Now, the class is a full-time online distant class, meaning you're going to be learning from the comfort of your home. And secondly, the class comes with a registration fee of 950 rands or 950 Namibian dollars. Now, the total cost fee is 4,500 Namibian dollars. Yeah. But then the registration fee is inclusive of the 4,500. So when you pay the registration fee, then the balance is what you pay as your total cost fee. The duration of the course is 6 weeks, meaning you're going to be learning every day. And of course, we're going to be having a virtual class, meaning your lecturer or your trainer is going to connect with you once a week for 2 hours, where it's going to go through with you to answer some of your questions based on what you're learning already, what are your challenges, and maybe put more light explanation of some things you didn't really understand while you're going through your lectures. Of course, we have space for unlimited students, so there's no cap because you're all be learning from home. So our first class for IT Fundamentals starts on the 1st of September. So make sure you book your space right now and make sure you make your payment to time so that you can start and follow this procedure. Then we have the PC Pro. So it's exactly the same way I've explained it online: the time frame, the course fee, and the amount. Now, this is an example of the certificate. It's not really fully displayed on the screen as you can see it here, but that is an example of how the certificate looks like. When you finish your exam, you'll get a certificate from TestOut which says Certified in IT Fundamental Pro. Now, if some of you were doing the Office Pro, you will also get certification in Office Pro and PC Pro as well. So once you fill in the form and you submit your details, when you click apply, you will get a thank you page, and that information is received by MCT Training Consultants. Now, what we'll do on your email in a few minutes, you're going to get an application form that will be sent on your email address, and it looks like this. Now, when you click on the link on the application form, it looks like this. It says MCTTC Distant Course Application. This was requested by this and the recipient. You will see your name will be displayed here, just like mine is displayed here. Thereafter, you will have to go through some what we'll call an introduction of what the course is all about. Of course, it talks about online distance application. It talks about information you need to know as a student, all the documentations that is required, the banking details, the mandatory requirements. Of course, there's some mandatory requirement that you need to do it. Number one, you need to have your own computer and you have to have your own internet access. And lastly, there will always be tutorial support. That's why you can see the email there. So when you go through this information, know that when you click continue, this information doesn't really fully disappear. It's also part of the applications, which I'm going to show to you right now. So I'm going to click continue. Now, when you click continue, it's going to take you to the form. Now, if you notice, it will give you an option to see where it says display progress status. The reason for your progress status is because during your applications, when you submit your applications, you're going to get a progress status when you're going to see when your application is submitted, when your course enrollment is done, when your course registration fee is done, when your application is reviewed, and when your course fee and your instrumental is reviewed, and of course, the final part when you are now admitted into the program. Then you start learning. So every time you click on your application link, you will get your progress on the state where your application is currently residing. So I'm going to click close now. Now, when you click on the application, you get the application form, which includes your student information, where you have to submit certain informations. Now, when you see the red asterisk, it means that these are required informations. Your date of birth, your email address, your ID number or your passport number, your physical address, your postal address, the name and address of your employer. That is in the case your employer is the one paying for this course, your telephone number, if it's a work number, if it's a home number, if it's a cell number. Okay, cell number is required for everyone. And if you have a fax number, if you're employed, your position of employment, if you're in a school, what is your highest certification, and your nationality. Now, when you finish that, you click save and complete, and it takes you to the next application. Now, for some of you may be wondering, what about the introduction message we received before I click continue? You'll notice you see an I button here. Okay, when you click on that, it actually takes you to the information that you actually were greeted with from the beginning before you click the continue button. So if you were looking for the bank account details, you could always come to the I button here and click on the bank details, and you will always be able to remit. If there are any other files or documents we would like to share with you, you'll also be able to see it here as well. So these are how it works. Now, if some of you have some queries, you could always click on the email icon button here, and you could send us a message. Yeah, you could send us a message. When you click on this message button, you put in your password, you send us a message, and we'll be able to receive that message and reply to you. And if you want to go back to your application, you can click on this link below, fill in all your applications. So these are the list of all your applications: your student informations, study method, your course fee, the copy of your highest certificate, and a certified copy of your identity document. This can either be your ID or your passport. Then when that is done, the next thing you need to do in mode of payment is to either pay your registration fee, or if you're paying the total full course fee, you will need to fill out this information. Then you will need to upload an attachment receipt so that we can confirm your deposit. Then your proof of payment, if you're paying in full, you can also feed that in before your application is now finalized. Thereafter, when we receive the applications, we update the status until you get admitted. So when do I start studying? It's very simple. So this is the next step now. Okay. So the third step we're going to now is when you start studying. Now what happens? So once you finish paying your registration fee, which is $950, and you pay your deposit, if you're paying a deposit or you're paying the full course, our deposit fee is about $2,000. So if you're paying the deposit or the full amount, once we receive that, the next thing you're going to receive is your student login details. I repeat, you're going to receive your student login details that will allow you to be able to log in to do your class work. So where do you log into? You log in into a website which is called labsimapp.tester.com. So you're going to get an interface like this. So if you were registered with PC Pro, IT Fundamentals, or Office Pro, you're going to see your class name here. Okay, then when you scroll down, you're going to see MCT Training Consultant Namibia. Yeah, we reside currently in Namibia, but we can teach anybody anywhere in the world. So secondly, you're going to see the course you registered with, and of course your instructor's name, your required courseware, and this will be the course you will be registered for. So once you see that, you click on the course, then it's going to take you to the interface where you're going to tell you how you're going to go through the course. So the first thing that you will be greeted with is introduction to the course. Introduction to the course. So once you click on play, the system is going to immediately open and it's going to start playing you the course. So I'm just going to go through the course and I'm going to show you how the introduction is. Now the introduction is going to tell you how the course is going to work, meaning from start to finish, what is required of you as a student, what you need to know about the interface, where you have to do certain practicals, when you need to watch demonstrations, and when you need to practice those demonstrations you've watched as yourself without any assistance. So let me do that so that you can be able to listen to how it works.
In today's world, it's essential to be computer literate. Over the past several decades, information technology, or IT, has developed at an explosive pace, and it's not showing any signs of slowing down. Each year, it has a bigger impact on our society, our economy, and our daily lives. Because IT affects you, it's important for you to have a basic understanding of it. By the end of this course, you'll have foundational knowledge of many important computer and IT principles. In this video, we'll give a brief overview of what you'll learn in this class. The content of this course is divided into 4 chapters. In the first chapter, Introduction to Computers, we'll learn about the history of computers in our society from their invention up to the present day. We'll look inside a modern computer and talk about each of the components and how they work together. We'll also learn about hardware and software and the relationship between them. Chapter 2 is about networking, which basically means computers talking to each other. We'll start by talking about the largest network in the world, the Internet. Then we'll talk about principles that apply to all networks, including home and corporate networks. Chapter 3 is about databases and programming. We'll learn about how computers use databases to keep track of enormous amounts of information. We'll also...
Okay, I'm going to stop there. The reason why I'm stopping here is that I don't want to take too much of your time. So this is the introduction you're going to get. It's going to tell you more about the course, what you're going to learn from the course. Then you're going to go to the next. Now you see there are 2 arrow buttons at both sides. This is to go back and this is to go forward. Now when you click forward, it takes you to the next item on the list, or you will see a list of bulleted buttons here, and if you click on that, it will tell you exactly at which section you currently where you currently are, which is the getting started. So you can see Introduction to Computer, you can see networking, database, information security, then your practice exams, and of course, your test out IT Pro certification and glossaries. So these are some of the ways you can navigate through the interface. So currently, we're actually going through the Get Started. Get Started means it's trying to introduce you to the course, then it will show you the overview of the course and the course objectives. Now, let's look at the overview of the course. When you click on overview of the course, you'll notice it's just going to give you a written document, which you can see an overview of the course, and you can see there's an option to copy the content. You can also print it out in case some of you really like something on the paper. You can always print it out so you can see exactly what you're going to be getting for the course. So this is how the content are really demonstrated in. But then some of you may be wondering, but how is the course study all about? Now, let me go take you through with Introduction to Computer, just to give you a glimpse of how the interface looks like. Now, I'm going to click on Introduction to the Computers. Now, when I click on Introduction to Computer, there are different icons, and trust me, these icons do different things. Now, the first one you see a play button in the middle. Now, meaning this is a video, meaning you're going to be watching a video. Now, when you see something like a text, you see like an A button there, it means it's a document that you have to read. Then you notice there's a pen and a paper icon which indicate concept quiz. Now, how the course is splitted is that when you go through all this content, every topic that you finish, you will have to perform a quiz, more like an assessment, okay, just to test your understanding. Now, remember, this is not scored, okay? What is scored is your final exam, okay? Then when I go through again, you see how computer works. You see almost the similar icons I explained a few minutes. But then when we go to peripheral devices, the icons are changing now. You now have something that looks like a monitor. It's like an icon. Now, when you click on this, whenever you see a monitor icon, what it simply means is that somebody is trying to show you a demonstration. Meaning, I'm trying to show you a demonstration on how to connect a monitor. But then, after that icon, there's another new icon we can see, like a mouse and with a wire. Now, whenever you see this icon, it means you are being asked to do exactly that action. So what a trainer is done is that the trainer will take you through on how to connect to a monitor, which is one of the lab practicals. Thereafter, with the mouse icon, you will be tasked on how to connect to a monitor. So in our next video, I'm going to be showing you how it actually looks in a real world scenario. So once again, thank you for watching this. Please make sure if you are filling the form, go ahead and pay your registration fee and get started as soon as possible. Remember, we're starting on the 1st of September for the IT Pro certification. You're going to be learning a lot. You're going to be learning a lot on how to use a computer. What are some of the things you need to know about the current age of computer industry, and of course, going further to understand the other concept of IT systems and security. So do not waste any more time. If you're watching this video right now and you've registered, go right now, make your fee for your registration fee, pay your course fee so that you can start as soon as possible. Trust me, you will enjoy every bit of this program. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video where I'll be demonstrating how the program actually works. Thank you once again and have a great day. You take care now. Bye-bye.